Well, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good Times with Scar here, bringing you another super awesome Minecraft episode. And in today's episode, we return to the Scarland fishing cabin project to continue working on our crystal cave. We're going to build down the foundations and walkways and all sorts of other great stuff. So let's get this episode underway. Alright, and welcome back to Scarland, and it's good to have you here today as we continue to work on our fishing cabin. So, as you guys know, we built up this fishing cabin all pretty spick and span, all looking very nice, and then we've worked our way out to the outside here. We built the deck, umbrellas and barbecues, and our fishing dock down there. But right now, we're working on our boathouse. So we need a little house to put our boat in, or at least our boat doesn't actually move, but it gives the perception that that boat over there has a little house that it drives into in the night after you're done fishing in the fishing cabin. So that's what we're working on. And one problem with it, as you can see right here, is it has no formal entrance to get down to it. So that's what we're going to work on in today's episode. We are going to lay the foundation work for it. So we're going to come on in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to lay down the deck work. So we're going to lay that all out, get that all settled down. And then we're going to work on expanding the walkway, which will go out here, loop up and around up into the top. So let's just take a quick look over here. So one thing I was thinking of, and I want to run this by you guys, is wouldn't it be cool if we had some type of cool piston door right here that kind of made it so it was a secret cave behind there? I've been thinking about that. But you know me, and you know how great I am at redstone. Sarcasm. But yeah, so I would love to do that, but I don't know if I possess the redstone skills necessary to complete such a thing. But I'll think about it. I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to see if I can work on a couple little concepts and things like that. But yeah, this is coming along really nicely. I think probably in our next episode, we'll finally be able to get this place all jazzed up and get some nice detail work built into here. So that'll look good. I'm thinking at this point on our deck work here is this should be about 3 blocks. I think 3 blocks is a comfortable walking distance here. So let me just knock that out. There we go. And then we're going to get this all done here. Get this all wrapped up real quick. And then we're going to work on, like I said, here, where we're going to build that step. So it'll step up like that. And it'll have a nice little arch, to it and roll up there. It'll look really nice. As you can see, I have a small band of, or not sandstone, but stone along here. I'm going to replace that with the dark chocolate wood. There we go. So I'm just going to lay down this real quick. Get that all done. Go. Looks like we need to cut this out a little bit. So yeah, I've worked a little bit in here recently trying to get some of the dirt out of here like that. So I just exposed more of it, unfortunately. But as we're going along here, I wanted to welcome all the new Scar scribers. We've picked up a lot of new Scar scribers recently, and I just want to welcome you guys. I haven't had a chance to. We're picking up almost 2,000 a week, so that's mind-blowingly awesome. And yeah, so I just like to once in a while make sure I welcome you guys to our little group here of super awesome builders and just all around good people where we build and have fun, entertaining gameplay once in a while. So just want to welcome you guys here. And if you're not familiar, this is Scarland. So Scarland was started way back in 2011. And we've been playing on this world for quite some time, building an all survival. So it's been an all survival world for all that time, and it still will be forever and ever. Now the question I have for you guys today is, I get a lot of requests and I want to do this a lot, but I don't know if it breaks our mod rule. And that is if we do the shaders mod on Scarland. Does that violate our little we don't use mods or creative in this world? Because I so want to do the shaders mod tour of Scarland, but I don't know if that violates our laws of Scarland, our bylaws. So let me know if that violates Scarland's I don't know, bylaws, laws, constitution, whatever. But yeah, let me know if that is something that you think would be cool, and if it fits within our rules of Scarland. All right, so it's getting a little dark. I'll fix that. I'll fix that for you guys. Oh, it's actually nighttime outside. There we go. So what we're building here is just the step down into the water area. And these little canals that we have here, these are our boat dispatch and retrieval. There we go. So once we actually get into the that part of it where we're going to have our automatic dispatch and automatic retrieval. So right here, this is our automatic dispatch. So we'll be able to dispatch a boat, ride it on out to the sea, and then we'll be able to come on in right here, and then we'll have some arrows shoot our boat, break it, capture it, and send it back into the loop. So it's a continuous loop of boats. So it'll be pretty cool. We'll probably cut these sides down a little bit so the boats have an easy time, like, you know, making the turn and things of that nature. But I think that looks pretty good. Pretty good. There we go. Just beef this side back here up a little bit. And as you can see to my right, that is potentially a cold freezer area for fish. So we could have kind of like a, you know, like a freezer room for storage of fish and things in there. So that's a possibility. But yeah, there we go. That's starting to look pretty good. Let's make sure this is all kind of lined up here. So get that fixed up there. Get that all ready to go. Perfect. Nice. Okay, good. So we got the first layer down. So next we're going to move on to our staircase. So give me 1 second. Let me catch my breath and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. Just driving along in my super awesome boat. But yeah, it looks pretty cool looking at our progress from over here. As you can see, I've been working on the cliffs and adding some landscaping, so you can see some vines hanging down from there and some different variety of stones and things of that nature up there. So it looks kind of like, you know, the rocks are kind of sliding down. And oh, hello there, Mr. Zombie. Would it be cool if we could run the zombie over with our boat? Oh, I'm coming to see you. Oh, it's sharks and minnows. I think I've told that story before recently about sharks and minnows with my old swim team and how unfun it used to be. I won't bore you with that story again. All right, so we're back over here now. As you can see, I shot a cannonball through here, knocked that out so we can get a little bit of work done over here. And let me just put that up there. All right, so this is tedious work at the moment here. This is going to be a bit tedious. So I'm going to bring this out right about there. And then we're going to slowly work on getting this to work out. So we want this to be kind of a spiraling staircase. So we're going to need to start to cut into that wall maybe a little bit more. There we go. So we'll kind of come up here and start to kind of gnaw at this wall a little bit. Try to get this to work out. It's just a bit tedious. So what we want to do is get this to kind of come up here, kind of swirl, make a swirl so we could see out onto the lake and oceans and things of that nature. Come up and then go back inside the hill and then come out near the entrance to our cabin. So that's kind of the philosophy behind the project at the moment. So we're just trying to work out some of the kinks here. And we need this to get high enough to actually make that turn is the key. We'll probably start to waste a lot of these, you know, these milk chocolate blocks, which is sad because it's never good to waste milk chocolate, but we'll do our best here not to waste too much. There we go. I did a similar design, if you remember, on the roofed forest village treehouse. So we're kind of following that arched staircase a little bit, but I always try and do things a little different, so we'll try to mix things up a little bit. There we go. So just kind of gnawing out this side. So I'm hoping there's a great debate in the comments at the moment of can Scarland have the shaders mod tour with the standard Scarland constitution of no mods or creative. So there's a great wait, I'm failing at my words right now. Lawyers in the comments, you know, litigating the that. So I'm hoping to see that. All right. So from my point of view, I think it's okay because, you know, like a texture pack isn't considered a mod of really any. So I think it's probably okay, but you know, I want to run it by you guys. I want to run it by you. So now, like I said, I have my new computer. A shaders mod type thing is now something I can do now. So that's pretty exciting because before with my Mac, which I'm actually still using because I can't quite get the audio to match this. So at the moment, I want my audio to be better, not the same or worse. So I'm kind of in the middle of same and worse. So I want it to be better. So that's what I'm kind of working on before I actually start fully recording on the new computer. But I am streaming on the new computer now on Twitch. So that's super exciting. And as of tomorrow, I'm going to have a new Scarlog. And I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about live streaming and kind of the future of that and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're not following me yet on Twitch, head on over to Twitch and follow me so you'll be notified when I do start to stream again. And it's tons of fun. So I'll talk more about that tomorrow. All right, so right now at this point here, we're looking at how we're going to kind of make this loop. Trying to make this loop. We'll probably take a little break in a moment. Kind of get our bearings a little bit, see how I'm doing about getting this up into the right quadrant of the entrance. I want this to line up pretty good with the, the entrance to the cabin. So I don't want to go too much of a skew here. But yeah, we're starting to get some progress. It'll be nice not to have to jump off the cliff to get down here for the start of a project. But yeah, all right. So let's stop doing that for a minute and see about connecting this a little bit better. There we go. And then what I want to do here is possibly build up the smooth stone and kind of have the mountain come down right here. And as you can see, this kind of meanders down into where we'll get on the boat and things of that nature. But yeah, it's starting to work out. And then we want to leave. We just kind of walk up here. There we go. And then we can kind of connect maybe this guy together right about there maybe. Kind of cut down this a little bit and then start to loop her back around. But yeah, starting to get the progress. So give me one more second. Let me kind of catch my breath and I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, he's trapped me in a corner. Bob the building creeper inspector doesn't see me. He just turned. He turned and he's dead. He chased me down here, got distracted by a squirrel over there, and I went in for the killing blow. Welcome back, guys. And we're continuing to work on our little step down here. And as you can see, I've started to kind of refine it a little bit. And the final, staircase will take a while to really get, in the perfect kind of arch and angle and things of that nature. But we're slowly getting there. We've kind of chopped off the hill a little bit, or kind of a mountain section there, got that cleaned up. And then down below, I added some stone. Let's go back down here. And I added some stone down here to kind of cover up some of the unsightly areas. Of course, this dirt down here is scaffolding, and we'll clear that out, of course. And now, yeah, so let's continue our work here. And what we're doing here is we're just getting this all kind of loaded up here, making our final ascent up to the top. There we go. Put that down there, get that up here. So we got a lot of dirt in this area. So we're going to need to, really kind of chop all this all out of here and then replace it with some nicer blocks and things like that. But look at that, perfect. We came out pretty close to where I wanted us to. So I'm happy with that. I'm definitely happy with that. There we go. So once we get this kind of cleared out and we add some nice detail in here, it'll start to look pretty cool. And then we'll be able to just kind of walk right out into our front yard of our cabin. So kind of a perfect win-win there. Okay, so I'm going to actually switch to my silk touch because I need more smooth stone. So get that all cleared out. So we haven't actually seen Bob the building creeper inspector for some time, but he finally found us. For the last few builds, he's kind of let us be, but oh, they don't let you go too long without their presence being known. No. Let's see here. So clearing this section out, and we'll be able to get this all done. So the plan at the moment here is to get this section's foundation, all built up. So what I mean by that is, getting all the decks laid out and then getting that down. And then we can finally come in and add the nitty-gritty details, such as the crystals for the crystal cave. So, of course, we'll have the crystals hanging down from here and then the cool subscriber-inspired lighting. And from that, and then what's our next project from that? Once we get that, we get the automatic dispatch and boat retrieval. So once we get that all loaded up, that'll be pretty cool. And then we're going to start our bridges. So our bridge will connect us from that. As you can see, there's kind of like a carved off section of that hill. we'll have this Indiana Jones rope bridge connected to there, and then a couple other bridges connected to the roller coaster project. And yeah, then we'll have this project pretty well done. So it's been a really fun project, like usual, like every project I start. It's always supposed to be just a quick, fast project, but it never turns out like that. I always get so inspired to do other things, build boathouses and cool decks and different things like that. So I hope you guys understand that sometimes, I get really excited when I'm inspired and I just want to go crazy, with our Scarland house that we built. It was just supposed to be a house, and then it turned into a greenhouse and a horse stable and a pool and different things like that. And so sometimes we get a little carried away, but it's all fun. It's all fun. I hope you guys like, going the extra mile on a build, not just making a house or making this or that, but we actually, really fill in the area around it, make the house have a presence, like our modern house, of course. We didn't just build a modern house, but we built, tennis courts and pools and all sorts of other things around it to make it feel more like a real house. Somebody lives there, somebody put some time into it and, built up around their house. That was kind of the theme, at least, that we were, trying to go for there. All right, so I think that's probably good for that. So we've got that all complete now. So let's walk on down here. And we can see this area needs a little bit of work. So let's start adding some smooth stone. So we'll kind of, what I want is this area to be somewhat open, but kind of have a little bit of an arch to it. So just trial and error trying to find the right balance of, blocks and things in this area. So a lot of it is smooth stone now, but we want to add more, variety of stones in here so it's not just one thing, because we have a lot of stuff in Minecraft nowadays. We have a lot of different building materials, so just standard smooth stone in this area ain't gonna cut it. Ain't gonna cut it. I'm gonna probably knock you out and then bring you up a little bit more like that. So yeah, just some refining going on at the moment. Trying to get it so it looks, like, you're walking through kind of a cave here. So we'll start clearing it in this area. Get a little more stone built in here. Whoa, hey. And there we go. That's the problem with building on half slabs. Sometimes they'll throw a block in your face like that. There we go. All right, there we go. So then we can kind of cut that in like that. There we go, perfect. There we go. Things are starting to look nice now. Things are starting to look pretty nice. There we go. So I hope all you guys are enjoying your summer break now that summer is finally upon us. It's finally upon us. I've been spending so much time inside, working on videos and getting live streaming and things ready that I've barely been outside for some of the summer weather and things. I'm planning on maybe going outside today after I finish up here. Gonna go, I don't know what. Gonna just walk or drive around or something. Drive around, look at some of the sun, then come back in here and work on some more videos. There we go. All right, there we go. That's starting to look pretty good. See how that works? So we kind of like walk up here and stuff like that. Nice, that's starting to look good. All right, so give me one more second. We'll kind of wrap things up and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. And we got a beautiful day above Scarland. So I went back and got some rest and got a few more supplies. And yeah, so let's head back down to our cave. And look at this, we now have an entrance that we can walk down without falling down. And look at that, pretty cool. We have a few bits of work to do up there, but overall, we are almost done with this entrance area and looking pretty darn snazzy. So what we're gonna do now real quick is just try to kind of refine this just a little bit and just start to add a little bit extra detail in this area. So what we could do is knock some blocks out like so, and we're gonna do a lot more of this in the next episode, get that fine detail work. But as you can see, that little simple touch there really brings out the detail in this area. And then, right here, just kind of knock this out a little bit. And back here, I like having this kind of open a little bit, just gives it extra depth for the staircase, and you can open it up a little bit and see a little bit of water from down below. Little bits of stuff like that is always a great addition to a build. So you can see that down there. It just adds just extra depth. You're walking up here and you see that. We'll remove the torches and things of that nature too. But yeah, so You just go over here, just add some small craggly rocks on the backside here. Hey, whoa! Hey there, big spider. Get out of here. It seemed like he was very aggressive, and then he was not so aggressive. So maybe it switched over from day to, from night aggressive to day, I don't know, what are they? Docile, I don't know. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. And then put that right up there. So just bits of detail like this just makes your build just really kind of come alive with extra stuff. So it's not just all just a bunch of smooth stone. There we go. That's good for there. And of course, like I said, we'll come through here more and more and try to kind of refine it as we go. There we go. And I'm almost considering leaving some of this dirt up there just to give it a little extra feel too in this spot. Just like that's almost like at the top of the thing, you know, the top of the ceiling. So maybe we'll leave it like that. We might do that. Yeah, because, you know, you're right here, you're pretty deep into the cave at this point, and then you're opening back up to the outside, and then the dirt would be above you like that. Yeah, I think we'll probably leave it like that. You know, and kind of refine that out a little bit, try to find a good balance, but yeah, I think that's probably a good bet for right there. There we go. Kind of cut off that piece there. But yeah, I kind of like that actually. I think that's a good choice. Okay, and then over here we can just continue to add a little bit of this here and there. And then when you kind of come up to this side, open her up and then insert, you know, some different types of blocks. There we go. Good, good. And then over here, there we go. Up here, and then we could look for, you know, some andesite to put there. Definitely that looks good. Over here, let's do the same. Let's do the same over this side too. There we go. And then over here, just refine it a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then over here, we can cut that out a little bit, add another line of that. There we go. Perfect. And then run one more up this side like so. Nice, nice. That's starting to look pretty cool. That's starting to look pretty cool. And put some more like that. But yeah, I think I'll continue to work on this, guys, and continue to refine and chisel away at this by trying to add as much detail as possible. And well, guys, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Right yet. There we go. Oh, you could always use a little bit of scaffolding. Never can go wrong with scaffolding. Okay, so we have a lot of work to do, a lot of work. So we need to carve out a pretty darn big cave. And so my thoughts are that we're going to probably dig this back about 20 or so blocks or so to get started.